everyone. My name is Sophia Henry, and this is my testimony. I met Apostle John Zavlaris about 5 or 6 years ago. My spiritual journey started actually when I was pregnant with my son. I graduated from college and I was living a crazy life. I like to party, I like to go out, I like to smoke. I was hanging around the wrong crowd. And unfortunately, but fortunately, I ended up getting pregnant out of wedlock. From then on, things went down the drain. I knew that something was wrong with me spiritually because I was always a spiritual person, but I didn't know where to go to find my solution. Just to give some people some background about my family, my mom and dad are both from Haiti. So I grew up in a Haitian household, and a part of our Haitian culture is voodoo. For some people that don't know, some Haitians do practice voodoo. So I was familiar with some people in my family that were voodoo priests and priestess. When I got pregnant, I realized, like I said, something was wrong and I was seeking spiritual solution. So what I did was I went online, I Googled, and I found a voodoo priestess that was located in Pennsylvania. I booked an appointment with her and I went to see her. And for some reason, as she was trying to read her cards, she still couldn't tell me what was wrong with me. So I began to ponder in my mind, like, I'm looking for spiritual solution. I know something is wrong with my life, but she still can't tell me what's wrong. Long and behold, this spiritual voodoo priestess kept me in her house for like 2-3 hours. She introduced me to all her voodoo priestess, all her voodoo priests, and she still couldn't tell me what was wrong with my life. So she stated that I should come back and see her another time, which I eventually did. I called her back. She did a reading for me again, and she told me that my destiny was to be a voodoo priestess. So she stated to me that she would train me to be a voodoo priestess. In my mind, I thought that was my God-given calling, was to be a voodoo priestess. I started to go to voodoo ceremonies every Sunday. I was dressing up as a voodoo priestess. Again, things still weren't going right. Things went from 0 to -5. Everything went down the drain. I still wasn't finding any solutions, but yet she was training me to be a voodoo priestess. I was looking at everybody around her, which were her voodoo priests and priestess, and their life was in shambles. I reached a point in my life where I lost my license. I was going through court challenges, and I consulted with her. She said I had to spend the night at her house for a spiritual bath, which I eventually did. I attended a voodoo party, and brothers and sisters, I believe this lady tried to kill me. She conspired against me. They threw spirits on me, and I didn't know what was going on at that point. They bathed me. They did all types of rituals on me. The next morning when I woke up, her assistant said, "You're gonna go to sleep and the spirits are gonna come talk to you in your dream." I said, okay, no problem. Fell asleep. I didn't see anything. They took me to another room in this voodoo priestess place where they worship idols, and I sat in this room for like 2 hours. The voodoo priestess never came out to speak to me. She kept sending her assistant to me. Did you see anything in your dreams? Did the spirits come to communicate with you? I said, no, I didn't see anything. Finally, they told me to leave and go home. In the back of my mind, I'm still thinking, like, I came here for a solution. Nothing is happening. What is going on? So I decided to seek spiritual counseling through another means, which was online, again through psychics and mediums. Long and behold, brothers and sisters, when I contacted another psychic, it was actually a man of God. And he started to speak to my life and tell me things that it was God that kept me through the whole time, that they weren't able to do anything to me or my unborn child. And Brothers and sisters, I was so excited because I said, this God that I don't know, this Jesus that I don't know, saved my life and kept me from harm. I was literally in the lion's den with these voodoo priests and priestess alone. At that point, I lost my job. I lost everything. I said, Lord, I don't know who you are, but I want to know who you are. I want to seek your face, and I want you to save me. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I had no friends that were Christians. I didn't know anyone that was a Christian, but I prayed, I cried out to God, and he led me to Apostle John. The moment that I watched the videos on YouTube, I fell in love with the ministry. I said, wow, this is something that I definitely want to go to. I want to visit the ministry to receive my deliverance. One thing that we have to realize, that the first step to deliverance is realizing that something is wrong. And once you know something is wrong, that's when you pray to the Lord and he'll direct you to the right place, which he did. I watched the videos non-stop, all the deliverance videos, and I said, Lord, you're leading me to this place. This is it. So I contacted Apostle John Zavlaris. I spoke to the secretary. I went from my first deliverance. Brothers and sisters, all hell broke through. Demons manifested like crazy. I received my deliverance and I went back home. And unfortunately, I lost my deliverance. I was still hanging around the same people, still partying. I still had friends that were doing voodoo. I came back from my second deliverance. I was delivered again. I still went back, brothers and sisters, and was still hanging around the same crowd. I wasn't attending any church. I wasn't really reading my Bible like that. And then I ended up getting poisoned at my workplace from another voodoo priest that was working with me. Once the demons came back again, I contacted Apostle John, and I got my third deliverance. And at this point, it was a matter of life and death. One thing that we have to realize about deliverance and seeking the face of God is that the Lord's mercies endure forever. His grace is upon you, but you have to take your walk very seriously, because now that you know Christ and you've identified your life with Christ, that's when the war really begins. It's always a tough journey, but it's well worth it, knowing that you're not fighting the battle alone. I received my third deliverance, and brothers and sisters, that's when I finally accepted Christ fully into my life and started walking in the ways of the Lord. I was still looking for a church at that point in time, and I ended up finding another ministry, and things weren't well at that ministry at all again. I was serving as an assistant pastor in a particular church, and the things in that church were not aligned with the things of Christ. At that point in time, I decided that I no longer want to be a part of any ministry. I'm just going to just read my Bible on my own, focus on my own way, and I don't want to be a part of any church. Again, I was praying to the Lord, and the Lord still led me back to Apostle John. I said, maybe I have some demons. Let me go for spiritual checkup. I came back. I received my prayers. And I'm here, brothers and sisters. I'm here in the ministry now. I'm serving the Lord. The Lord got me back, and he said, Sophia, you have a call upon your life. And one thing about having the call, it's one thing to have the call, but you also need to be discipled. So all the things that I've learned before, the Lord had to literally start afresh with me. So I'm here in the ministry. I'm truly blessed. I'm learning day by day. I'm being discipled by Apostle John. The Lord is just cleaning me from all the mess that I went through. I've always been praying for a spouse from the beginning of time. And that's one of the reasons why I was seeking the face of the Lord, is because my relationship wasn't working with my son's father. But long and behold, the Lord blessed me with a wonderful spouse in the ministry. His name is Henry. I met him here, and I'm just truly excited. The Lord has answered all my prayers. He's merciful. His grace is upon my life. I just encourage everybody to just be patient, walk with the Lord, receive instruction in righteousness, because the devil is very cunning. I was about to make another mistake and marry the wrong spouse. But by God's mercy and by the ministry of Apostle John, he was able to give me instruction in righteousness, and I'm truly blessed. I thank the Lord. I pray that everybody that's viewing this testimony is truly blessed, and never give up. Thank you.